Hey, this is Wilson. As always, I'm joined by three of my prestigious co-hosts, Shane Christopher Murray, Jason Big Mitch Mitchell, and Vito Hill. Galvin is not with us currently. He may hop in here as the show is ongoing, but he's not here with us at the start. He was doing something tonight with his family. So, um, yeah, man. In this one, we're going to get into the Lakers getting handled tonight by the Rockets in Houston in the second game of the Grammy trip. That's coming off of the double OT throw that we won against the Warriors on Saturday. And then tomorrow, the Grammy trip continues in Atlanta against the Hawks. On Thursday, we're in Boston against the Celtics. I remember last time we played in Boston, how that went. And then on Saturday, we're at the Knicks. So on Thursday, we're on TNT. Saturday, we're on ABC against at the Knicks. So we'll get into all that. Then we want to get into the conference championship games that happened in the NFL on Sunday. It's Monday night right now. So the conference championship games happened yesterday, which caused me great dismay. I was rooting for the Lions. And then at the end, Mitch wanted to talk about Shane Murray saying that you can be friends with your ex. So that'll be at the end. So hold tight. And then, so yeah, but let's get into
Harriet
it,
the
man.
spy ass me.
Let's get into it.
Harriet the spy. Oh, Shane, you. Such a
Let's
loser.
get let's get into this Lakers stuff, man. So as I said, the Lakers on Saturday played in Golden State. It was a borderline classic, went to double overtime. I think the final score was 145 to 144. Uh, LeBron James had one of the all-time great performances by an old player. 36 points, 20 rebounds, and 12 assists. Only the third Laker ever with a 30-20-10 game, joining Elgin Baylor and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And so the Lakers were able to escape, and they come out here tonight against the Rockets, and I mean they just were never really. I mean they made a push in the fourth quarter, but it was too little, too late. They lost by a score of 135 to 119 to fall back to 500. They're 24-24 now. As I said, Hawks tomorrow night. We'll break down each game one by one, but like I said, Hawks, Celtics, and Knicks the rest of the week. But who wants to start, man? Just as far as the last two games, including tonight, what we've seen since last Monday. I mean, who as always, is anybody going to volunteer, or do I have to pick someone randomly?
Mitch can go.
Oh, damn. I got to go first? All right, well. Whew, where do we start? Let's see. Lakers Warriors. I mean, Jesus Christmas, man. What a game that was, man. What a game that was. I was a little, during the game, I was a little worried. We went down by 9 at one point, but Lakers just kept battling, man. They just kept battling. Um, hmm. probably should have won it in regulation, but ended up pulling out the win in double overtime. Steph Curry was, I mean, we didn't learn too much about Steph Curry that we didn't already know. He's the greatest shooter that the good Lord has ever created. He's top 10 all time ever. The second greatest point guard, only behind Magic. I mean, the man was on fire on Saturday. The hell of a game, hell of a fight by the Lakers as a team.
Wait a minute. Did you wait a minute? Did you put that man? You put that man before my guy Isaiah Thomas? You did
Yeah,
that?
you're damn right. Steph Curry?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before
Okay.
Isaiah? Yeah.
Kind of disrespectful, but okay.
Hell, what? No way.
Very disrespectful. But go ahead.
No way. 4 rings, unanimous MVP. I mean, what are we talking about? I mean, greatest shooter ever. He got a better handle, and he got a better handle than Isaiah. Like,
Oh, that's just you know.
what?
I wish Curry could get his ass beat up in the era Isaiah was in. I don't know if Curry would have been ready to get his shit jacked up at the 3 line after he made a shot. That would have been something, right?
Right.
But nah, I respect your opinion. I respect that.
I mean, I don't think. I don't even think it's close. I mean, I
No,
don't even
that's
know.
disrespectful.
Don't start Shane. Don't start him up, Jason.
Bro, listen. What are we talking about here? Steph is like he's a 4-time champ. What is he? A 2-time league MVP? Well, isn't he the first unanimous MVP? I mean, he's
I
easily the
agree.
greatest shooter.
Just grew up in the
And
era where you couldn't hand check, man.
mm,
Nah,
I
but
just
no. My bad, Jay. Go ahead, bro.
no, because I think if we're talking about if like could Steph Curry play in like the old school era, could he? Um, I think I think with his handle he could, and I mean with his shot, like I think if Steph, I think if Steph were playing back then, he would probably just pull up from even further. You know,
Oh,
he'd just pull up from even further and wouldn't let him. Wouldn't let him check him like that.
hey, as far as the game yesterday is concerned, Jay, I agree with you. That was a brawl, man,
It
and
was it was definitely a fight. It was a fight.
it
And we
was.
watched and
Curry
we
pulled out his bag. He
mm,
looked like the Curry of yesteryear, man.
mm.
And Thompson, he hit some big shots too, huh?
Clay still got some juice, man. He's not exactly the same Clay, but I mean, he's like the second, third greatest shooter ever. So I mean, he's gonna make some shots.
Who played like the top three best point guards in the league yesterday? Who played like that? Again. D-Lo. D-Lo. Yeah, all y'all can, not y'all, but all y'all that watch the show can hate all you want. I said it and I'm gonna keep
I
saying it.
mean,
D-Lo
as
is playing
classic as
like
that game
God.
was, as happy as I am for D'Lo, yeah, tonight kind of killed it for me. So, like, you can't you can't come out like that against Golden State and then lose to Houston like that.
you know, I don't want to give them a pass, but since Galvez isn't here, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. When you play a game like you do against the Warriors, and it feels like such an emotional win. You go double overtime. It's a heavyweight. Feels like a heavyweight fight. It's understandable that they had an emotional letdown tonight.
I
Yeah,
get that,
I
but
agree.
we would that would make sense if this was an older team. These twos are in their mid 20s, other than Braun and AD.
I think it
Like
happens.
Braun AD tired, okay, but guys like D'Lo, Vando, you know what I mean?
Shane, that
Like,
was a triple overtime game, man. Them dudes was tired.
but it ain't like that game was yesterday.
There we go. Okay, got fair point, Shane. Fair point.
Like you could have slept all day Sunday, slept most of the day today,
Yeah,
or
but
kicked
if
it.
you again, let me play devil's advocate,
Y'all
right?
young legs. Y'all got young legs. That's why you got a young team.
Let me play devil's advocate. All month, we've been playing every other night. Those games add up. Every other night, that's no joke. Like,
I feel like switching
bro, I get
sides.
I get tired playing 4 times a week. Like, it adds up. It does, especially if you're playing hard. And they played hard. They played hard. They played hard on Saturday. They damn near, whether they were physically tired or hell, even if they were emotionally tired,
Oh
it
yeah, and fuck Dylan Brooks.
it
Man,
makes sense why they let down tonight. I'm not
Fuck
going.
him.
Here you,
I'm
here
not
you
making.
go, Shane. Why? Because he likes to annoy LeBron. Why?
Nah, that shit he did with Vando was fucked up.
Okay.
Okay, I will speak on that actually. And Sheila was like, "What? Like, what the heck?" I'm like, "Nah, like, you do not push somebody in the back as like after they've already like jumped. Like, that's just something you don't do. I'm getting up and fighting somebody if you push me in the air. Like, that's one of the things. Like, it's an instant. We gotta fight. Like, don't push me in the air. Like, I don't like that. Don't push me in the air. Don't undercut me when I'm in the air. Like, don't do something that like could potentially injure me. Don't do that. It's yeah, that's an instant fight.
No respect.
And then even after that, you gonna come at
Real
Vando
hoopers, like
again?
hoopers, no, hoopers, no, man. Like, don't push me in the air, bro. Come on, man. Don't do that. That's not cool. It's not funny. Like, you trying to be the villain, okay? Get in my face, woo, 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 whatever. Don't push me in the air.
Was it clear like that he intended to
Yep.
do that?
Yep. Hand in the back, in the air. Vando was already in the air. Push him right in the back.
Did AD play the fourth quarter?
No.
No, he set him down because he was hurting.
A lot of people thought the season was over when AD went down on Saturday in San Francisco.
AD's so dramatic, bro. He's so dramatic, man. I can't. Oh,
He's got old bone, not old bones, just he's still healing it. I think he doesn't heal like Wolverine, that's for sure.
The trade deadline is what? It's next what? Is it?
February 8th,
And that's a what? What day is that?
Thursday.
Thursday.
The next
Same day as
Thursday.
this Kobe statue.
Well,
I
there's
heard on
only-
the thing it's not open to the general public, man. What the heck? Are they afraid too many people are gonna come out?
I guess they want to keep the crazy from coming out because there's still motherfuckers that like took pictures of his death and all types of other shit. So
That was the cops.
that's still crazy people.
But yeah, man, that's gonna be crazy. Some people say that
It's gonna be on TV though. So
but
Yeah, but I wanted to go down there, low key.
I saw that.
cool. Too short for all that.
I took the day off. I was trying to go down there,
I
see
saw
what I
that.
could see.
And they played Denver that day.
I saw that.
I'm trying to get somebody to go down.
Stupid.
I saw that somebody said that D'Lo is less likely because of D'Lo's strong play recently, and he had another good game tonight, I think.
Mhm.
That it's less
What was his
likely now.
stats, Wilson? What was his stats tonight?
I don't know what the exact stat line was.
I think he was like 3 for 10 tonight or something like that. I heard.
No,
He
he
definitely went up like 3 for 12.
Damn.
was from 3.
Yeah.
Period.
He had like 12 points in the first quarter, though. So, but I heard that I saw somebody say that it's
Yep.
less likely now.
Real quick, he had 23 points. He was 8 for 19 from the field, 3 for 12 from 3, 1 rebound, 5 assists, and a steal.
Okay.
But at least he's still in 20.
So, but I saw somebody say that it's less likely now that he'll be traded. Who knows if they know what they're talking about? But he has been playing well lately. I saw somebody, I think it was Cuffs the Legend, say that he's like the kid who like waits until the end of the semester and then all of a sudden he starts catching up on all his old work and turning his assignments and stuff, trying to make the grade.
Sounds like you, Wilson. Sounds like you.
It got near the freaking the trade deadline. All of a sudden, this man is playing the best basketball of his life. But that game against Golden State, man, that second overtime, he was just playing like. See, he was almost playing like he doesn't care if he gets traded because he had like 3 straight possessions where he either turned it over or almost turned it over. Then he came down, he shot that YOLO 3. He's lucky it went in and we won the game.
I couldn't believe it, Antho. I know exactly the little stretch you were talking about. He comes down, he throws a pass, it gets deflected, it somehow winds up in I think Austin's hands, and then we end up getting it ends up in AD's hands some kind of way. After it gets deflected, it winds up getting the bucket. comes down and he's like, F it, this time I'm getting the turnover. Throws a lazy ass tired pass, gets it stolen, comes down again, gets it, gets it stolen again.
LeBron's just pissed too the whole time.
And then this fool, he's like, well, honestly, he had the memory of a goldfish. Because don't you know, after those three plays, he comes down and hits, a really big three for us in transition with nobody there to rebound. He just pulls up and I mean nothing but net too. That's
D'Lo for you.
yeah, that's D'Lo for you. I don't, just
Ice
he
in my
just
veins.
he's one of those, he's kind of like how you kind of got to treat him how Pop used to treat Manu, right? Like, for all the good things that he does, you have to you got to live with the mistakes that he's bound to make almost, and you just got to let him,
It's funny you said that because that's his favorite player.
huh?
That's his favorite player.
Who?
Manu.
Manu is D'Lo's favorite player?
That's what he modeled his game after.
Interesting.
I saw a screenshot tonight of Darvin. LeBron giving Darvin the LeBron death stare. But I guess there's really nothing, as Galvez says, it's probably they can't fire Darvin in season. Because who are they going to replace
They
him with?
probably won't.
You really only fire your coach in season if it's like
third coach in 5 years, bro.
You usually only fire your coach in season if it's like you have no plans of going anywhere this season. Milwaukee fired Griffin, but then they had Doc in the other hand. When LeBron fired David Blatt, he knew the guy that he wanted. And that was prime LeBron. So when you got prime LeBron, you can do stuff that's unorthodox. But Darvin's probably going to last the season unless it's just something happens where it gets just completely like too bad, and they're like out of the race or something like that. But they've managed to, like I said, they're 500. I think they're tied for ninth or something like that. I'm not quite sure. So we'll just have to see. As I said, tomorrow we're at Atlanta. So is DeJounte going to play? I don't think he played. He didn't play yesterday, I don't think. We'll see if he plays tomorrow. But that could be a look into our
Trade
future.
deadline preview.
A look into our future with DeJounte, a bunch of guys with the Hawks and the Lakers have been interested in. Reportedly, Bogdanovich and Pella, DeJounte, Trey, I mean the whole team. So, we'll see what happens. But you guys think we'll bounce back tomorrow night against Atlanta?
Yeah, I do.
LeBron said he already playing, so let's wait on AD.
And Atlanta's 19-27. They're not a tough nut to crack.
But they score a lot though, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
They don't play defense either, though. That's the thing.
That's why I was gonna ask what's the total on that game. That'll kind of give me a little idea.
DeJounte and Trey are both quicker than Austin and D'Lo. So.
If that total is in like the 240s, man, that's that's looking like a little shootout right there. But yeah, 234. Anybody, let me know.
And then on Thursday, we're in Boston. As I said, the last time we played in Boston, LeBron gave one of the most histrionic reactions with a non-foul call in the history of basketball.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, and Pat Bev, he got hacked across the arm clearly. And then Pat Bev grabbed the camera and was like, and got teed up. That was a hell of a night.
And then turns out that damn ref is a doggone Celtics fan.
Mm-hmm. So
eating ass fools.
I mean, the Celtics are 36-11. The Celtics, I don't know. I mean, if Denver can't beat these guys, then I don't know who can.
Man, them Celtics, boy, they looking nice right
And
now.
because the Celtics have been knocking at the door.
If the Clippers can beat them, we can beat them. Cut it out.
Shane, what in the Shane?
The Clippers just blew them out, and we beat the
Don't
Clippers twice this year.
the Clippers were underdogs by 8 points that game. I mean, they stepped up. They stepped up and they beat them. Clippers are playing hot right
We can
now.
step up too.
Yeah, but the Clippers are beating everybody right now. Just as of right now, Clippers are tough.
I think they lost
Man.
tonight, but yeah, I wanted to talk. Shane didn't want to talk about the Clippers because he hates the Clippers. I guess
Mhm.
everybody on here hates the
I
Clippers.
wish Shane Murray had the same energy for the Clippers. For the Celtics. I
No,
really
I
would.
can't. No, I can't.
You guys
Clippers
are
on
all back.
Boston piss
You
me
guys
off like
are all
Clippers
back.
do me.
You upset like
Like
you got all this energy for a team that has never won anything. It's
I don't
wild.
care. I gotta see him all the time.
It's wild to me that you got energy for a team that's never won anything.
I
You're
gotta
back.
see it all the time. And
You are
it's the political
back.
stuff and it's the basketball stuff.
You are backwards,
I
sir.
can't stand.
I'm not.
I don't know. I used to like the Clippers in the early 2000s.
I did too.
When
But
they
fuck.
were doing all of that and shit. So
The question I
hey,
wanted to ask is this the best Clippers team ever?
Can they get
Remains
to the
to be
playoffs
seen.
first?
I don't think I've
Yeah.
seen a Clipper team that was like this serious and this all about ball before.
well, no, man, they were serious when they had Paul in his prime and the young Blake Griffin.
Blake
That was
Griffin.
a
Yeah.
serious team, man. But I get what you're saying as far as the talent is
It's
concerned.
not even talent. It's just that
Starting lineup.
they seem dead serious. Like they come out every night. The Clippers were kind of when they had the Lob City Clippers. You got. I mean, DeAndre Jordan was a good player, and Blake Griffin, but they were like. I mean, looking back on it, it's kind of not surprising that they never were able to get over the hump. They had the talent, but they
Like
didn't
this
have.
year, it's like all your homies playing together. It's all LA dudes that grew up playing ball together coming together. So
Yeah, and it's working, and they just.
So you're
They,
making the case for them now. What are you doing?
no, I'm just saying that
No,
the
what are you
chemistry is more natural
like?
this
What are you
year.
talking about? What are you talking about? You
I'm
making
saying
a
the
case for
chemistry
them?
is natural for them this year.
So you're making a case for them.
At first,
I
it
ain't made
wasn't
a
no
case for
chemistry.
shit.
It wasn't chemistry at first at all, and then
Finally,
all
was
the
so
Laker
good, man.
fans were just shitting on them, laughing at them. Oh, you idiots!
It was real dead when Harding first got there. It was like kind of like they didn't want him there at first. Then something clicked.
Oh, the Laker fans were eating it up, man.
It's what
I
I
Yes,
think
was
I
it's because
definitely was.
for the first time in James Harden's career, he gets to be not just a complimentary player, but a complimentary guard, basically.
Right.
man.
Meaning he
Can we
doesn't
get to the
even
playoffs first before you say all this stuff?
he
Oh,
doesn't
they
even
get
have
into the
to
playoffs,
like
but
he has
No, I
to,
mean you could say all this and he lose second round again. Then it's fuck Harden again. Let them get to the playoffs before we compliment. They've done this every year, the last 5-6 years,
they
and
haven't had
come
this
up
team.
short.
No, they haven't had a team like this, have they?
my point is that my point
Ironic that you say that. That's funny.
And Kawhi was hurt, wasn't he? On that run that they could have had, wasn't he hurt?
they
I
always
mean,
get
Chris
hurt.
Paul was hurting those runs too. So
So late, man. If they're healthy at the end of the season, I expect a deep run. I wouldn't be surprised.
we've been saying that the last 5-6 years. So
And they've been saying it the last 56 years for the Lions. And if we're gonna transition into
No,
that,
okay. So one last thing before we get to that, which is Knicks on Saturday. The
some
Knicks,
old Inglewood ass motherfuckers.
the Knicks, the Knicks, the Knicks. Now Julius Randle's going to be out for some time.
yeah,
The Knicks have been scorching, right? And they were able. They won again tonight against. I think they played Charlotte,
kick their
which
ass.
once again Charlotte's like a leaf in the wind, right? You could knock them over easily. But they
Uh,
won. Jalen Brunson, everybody said he should have been an All-Star starter, and he probably should have. But they continue to win. I saw the Ringer, Bill Simmons, I guess, was saying, not sure what Simmons or not, but he had a video where the title said, "Heat." Knicks culture is the new Heat culture. You know, and they have that feeling once again of those Riley Van Gundy teams, hard nosed, and Thibodeau comes from that same stock. He was an assistant for Van Gundy, so that same stock of tough, hard nosed, lunch pail New York teams that of course, Riley invented those Knicks teams when he got there, and it continued through Van Gundy, and they definitely feel like that again.
Shaq and Kenny tried to like not downplay it, but they tried to make it seem like it doesn't matter anymore. Like kids nowadays don't respect it, don't respect the old culture of New York basketball. Like it doesn't matter to them. But Charles doubled down on it and was like, dude, it's just another aura. It's another like kind of different energy when the Knicks and the Lakers are relevant, and he really was doubling down on the Knicks. Like, dude, when the Knicks are relevant, basketball is just so different. You go up into the into the Garden, it's nothing like it, bro. That's why you get the best performances from certain people, from stars, is because that environment is real, bro. If you want to personify what it feels like to be at an away game when the Knicks are hot, bro, you'll experience that, man. So I appreciate Charles saying that because I feel that way too. I used to play with the Knicks on 2K, bro, with Melo. So I remember what it was like when Melo was hit that buzzer beater in the playoffs, and J.R. Smith was balling. That was a different kind of energy, bro, with Shumpert and them. So I'm all for it, bro. The Knicks being successful, I'm all for it, and it brings nothing but more attention to the game, bro. Old school feel, man. Let these kids know, dude. Hey, honor, man, and respect, bro. Show some humility, man, because when the Knicks are relevant, it's different in basketball. It is.
Yeah, but see, when they had Carmelo and Jr. and Chandler and Kidd and those guys, though they had like 1 year where they were good. This is back to back years with Knicks being the team that's going to at least be a second round team if they're healthy. And
Wilson, I don't
that
mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but if we're gonna be real, like y'all all know what it was like growing up in the '90s and watching Latrell Sprewell and those
Marcus
Knicks,
Camby.
the energy, bruh, in the building. Y'all remember that?
that's what I'm
NBA on
saying though.
NBC with the Knicks. Whew.
That's what I'm saying. That Carmelo team, they didn't have, they had a good season one time, but the energy that this team with Brunson and Randall, this is Riley Van Gundy like '90s Knicks energy, man. You can feel it. They have the same type of team and the same type of mentality. And at the end of the day, they can only go so far because, like always, the problem is that the Knicks have never had a super duper God level player. They never had a Kareem, a Jordan, a Magic, a Kobe, a LeBron, a Shaq. They never
Wait a,
had a player. They
wait a
never had a
minute.
player.
Are we just
Wait a
gonna
minute.
disrespect Patrick Ewing like that?
Patrick
No
Ewing
way.
was Patrick Ewing was excellent, and he made first NBA all time NBA first team All NBA once. Never won. The last Nick to win an MVP was I think Willis Reed, and that was he was a rookie. So
Melo
all those
wasn't
other
in his
guys,
prime
huh?
anymore. Melo wasn't in his prime
Melo
anymore.
was not a godlike player.
Depending on who you talking to, Anthony.
Melo
Ain't no
wasn't a LeBron.
disrespect, guys. Stop, bruh.
He wasn't a LeBron. He wasn't a Kobe. He
Why
wasn't a
not?
Shaq. He wasn't a Tim Duncan.
Why not?
Are you serious?
I'm not
What do
saying
you
that he was
mean? You
better than
never
those guys, but
the rest
Do you
of
see
huh?
how
the
how New York
bro,
worships Melo when he comes
bro.
here?
So Carmelo Anthony is a LeBron James, Kobe
Yes,
Bryant.
man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
What
Why
are
are
you
you being
He's the
so
talking
most
about?
disrespectful?
he's the most decorated Olympian on all the players. What are you
So
talking about?
Carmelo Anthony is on the same tier
Yeah.
as those
He is a Hall
MVPs.
of Famer,
World,
multi-time
bruh,
All-Star.
it's different levels to it. What are you talking about?
I didn't hear you bat a
But
fucking
Melo
eye when
disrespect
he
guys.
said when I tried to defend fucking Isaiah Thomas, you didn't say shit about that. So yeah,
Isaiah Thomas a
yeah,
two-time
yeah. I
champion.
feel that Melo was at a time in his career, yes, the fuck he was on that type of level.
Never.
Stop it, Anthony. I didn't. Maybe not for his entirety of his career.
Never.
No,
Not one
but
year.
there were levels and times where yes, he was top 5 in the motherfucking league. Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it,
No.
bro.
I,
Disrespect.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with Antho on this one, guys.
Of course you do.
I didn't say the
Biggest Melo
entirety of
hater
his
right here.
career. I said there was times, my nigga,
I
when Melo
think
was the one of the top 3 players in the league, bro.
I think we have the benefit now of seeing the entirety of his career. You put his career up against let's put his career up against LeBron's career, because I mean that's his direct competition. Melo is not LeBron. Let's be honest. Melo is
He's not
LeBron.
Kevin Durant.
He's not Kevin Durant.
In terms of what are you
He's
saying?
not Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant joined the squad.
Career wise, or
Melo didn't join the squad.
Career
Melo wanted to
wise.
be his own dog.
Career wise.
oh, okay, because y'all talking about the boy that can he play? Like
No, of course Melo can play. Everybody knows Melo can play.
No, but
The
no,
reason why KD got his rings because he went to go to state. Melo had a chance was supposed to be Bosh in Miami. He decided not to do that.
Carmelo was not better than Kevin Durant. I don't know when Kevin Durant didn't have any rings. He wasn't.
Okay, so y'all can somebody pull up what was Melo's best year scoring
Carmelo
wise?
never made first team All NBA.
What was dog? Do you see who he played? His position was small forward. So when LeBron was
levels to it though.
When LeBron hold on. When LeBron was small forward, you're gonna put Melo over LeBron for all team. No, you're not.
That's the whole point.
Not.
He's
no,
not better
come
than,
on, bro. He was second. He was fucking second. What are you talking about?
If he was second,
but that's what we're saying. There's levels to it though.
No. I'm not.
They do it. They do it. Guards, forward, center.
Disrespect is crazy, man.
It's not disrespectful to say that LeBron is better than Melo.
No, I didn't. I'm not arguing that. But there was a time where they were both comparable.
Like Melo, LeBron type of player, and not include Melo in that.
There was a time where if you was gonna talk about the best players in the league, bro, Melo was right there, man. That's all I'm saying. Nobody's gonna pull up his best year for me. Nobody's gonna pull up some stats.
His best year was like 20.
Melo carried New York for so many years by himself.
You said his best year was what?
2013. They weren't. He was second in the MVP voting. That's the only time he ever.
Okay, so what was his numbers that season?
Like 28 a game, I guess. But
then shut the fuck up, Anthony, and move on.
Bruh, I'm saying
move the fuck on, man. That nigga, you said he averaged 28. Move on, bro.
28. He averaged in 2012, 2013. He averaged 28.7 for the Knicks. He played 67 games. He averaged 37 minutes. Let me see. Shot 44.9% from the field. 37.9 from 3. 6.9 rebounds. 2 assists.
He definitely wasn't passing the ball. But all right, I'm not saying he was better than LeBron, like or come on, I'm not saying that, but 28 points a game when they were averaging, we were barely cracking 100 points. Like, bro, one of the best scorers, bro. One of the best scorers.
It's just like Patrick Ewing, as great as he wasn't quite a king. He wasn't Shaq.
Oh my God! Stop putting.
But he's still great, man.
Y'all just, y'all. You know what? You get too fixated with that comparison shit. You get too fixated with that, bro. You really do.
Great. I said,
but there's levels. There are levels to it. It's like how like Vince and Tracy, they were both great players, but they weren't Kobe.
Bro, Vince Carter.
Listen to these guys, Mitch. They don't understand this.
Vince was a hooper. Everybody knows that. Vince Carter could ball. He couldn't get it done, but he was definitely a great player. Great player.
Great. Hey, way more than a great player. One of the greats. Vince Carter was one of the greats in his
Listen,
prime. Y'all better start putting
Definitely.
respect on people's
bro.
names and stop trying to compare everybody to fucking
Willis
Kobe and
Reed.
LeBron. Nigga,
Listen,
come
man.
on.
Willis Reed.
They're the
Will,
standard.
Nah,
They
bro.
are the
No,
standard.
no. That ain't the
listen,
standard. That's not
listen,
the
They
fucking
are.
standard.
listen.
They're in
It's
a
like
that's in another stratosphere. If you want to
But
talk
that's what
about
we're
longevity
saying.
and careers are concerned, but when you're talking about careers are
that
concerned, bro,
part right
let's
there,
not
Anto.
talk about. We're talking
Huh?
about talent.
They don't
We're
get
That
talking
part right
about
there,
talent,
Anto.
man. I'm not talking about careers, bro. I'm not talking about who put. I'm talking about talent and who put up numbers. Vince
Willis
Carter put up
Reed.
numbers, bro. He
Listen,
put up
But
Willis
Anto's
numbers.
Reed.
talking about career, like a career, like as far as like their career
Yeah,
goes,
but then
And
when he
as
talent
far
says
as
too.
what they're
career,
able to
no.
accomplish.
Anthony is saying career, but then he's also sprinkling talent too, bruh.
Yes. Willis
Okay,
Reed.
so stop
Willis
disrespecting the
Reed.
talent that Vince Carter, Tracy
Willis Reed.
McGrady, and fucking Carmelo,
Willis
bro.
Reed. Willis
Can we
Reed
move on,
wasn't
bro?
Kareem.
We just move
Willis
on.
Reed wasn't Russell. He wasn't Wilt.
God damn.
Bernard King wasn't Larry Bird. Carmelo wasn't LeBron. Brunson is not Curry. Randall is not whoever the best power. We got Randall is not Giannis. It's always been like that. Ewing wasn't Shaq, and he wasn't a king. He was. It wasn't like they just weren't. Those are the gods.
I
Let's move
mean,
on
You
because
done?
it's levels. It's
I'm
levels
done.
to it.
Are y'all done?
I'm done.
Okay.
I wanted to mention also Cam Whitmore had 20 points. The Lakers passed on him.
Fuck
Uh,
Rockets.
so look, so
And
then
Wimble wouldn't play. He was on the Lakers. So it's off that.
Like
listen. So
like when you say how can I say that, Anthony? When you brought up certain players, like, okay, I'll let you have your opinion, but bar injury, I'm not gonna let you disrespect Vince Carter, bro. I'm not gonna let you
Vince
disrespect Vince
Carter
Carter,
problems
bro.
were not injuries. Vince Carter was just lazy. He didn't have that dog in him. He was
T
Yeah,
very
Mac.
okay.
talented.
Let you tell it.
Those
Let
injuries.
you tell it,
Those
Anthony.
injuries
Look at the
came.
team Vince Carter
Let
had, man.
let not Shane. Don't even respond, bro. It was nigga, please. I ain't gonna let
The
Anthony
second best
try to
player was
convince me
Alvin
about some
Williams.
motherfucking Vince Carter, dog. You're not gonna do that, bro. Go
What?
go.
Let's move
Anybody else? Sure, but you're
Look at
not
the
gonna.
team
No, I'm
T
not gonna
Mac
let you
had.
disrespect
huh?
Vince Carter, man.
What'd you say,
Yeah.
Shane?
What do you mean? He had Yao.
He also had. He
Yeah, I
also.
was on dead legs, man.
But hey, what's the next topic you said you want to
Right.
talk
So I
about,
wanted to
Wilson?
talk about. Well, I didn't really want to talk about it, but it seemed like guys want to. You guys want to talk about it? Maybe
No,
we
Jay
talk.
want to talk about it. It's not.
No,
It's
no,
not
no.
on
We're getting to that
topic.
at the end. I'm talking about conference championship weekend because
Oh,
I was so hurt over Dan Campbell and what he did to the city of Detroit by leaving points on the board that I went to sleep at
Listen,
8 o'clock last night.
I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you right there, Anto. Listen, I don't like that everybody's like getting on Dan Campbell. This is coming from a Vikings fan. Listen, the Lions wouldn't have been where they got to without Dan Campbell. If Dan Campbell was didn't have an aggressive mindset as a coach to go for it on fourth, they wouldn't have been where they are. So I
but
don't
you
like.
can't take that same mentality into the playoffs
I get that.
especially if you've never been there, bruh.
I
It's
get
like
that.
you want to say there's levels to this shit. Well, there's levels to coaching too, and you don't never see Andy Reid go out of the motherfucking box when he don't have to. He gonna take them 3 points if he can, bro. Not in
I
certain
get you.
game like situations. That
I
was a
get.
total fuck up. Yes, they get there without no look. You don't like Anthony said. You don't want to his totality of work for the season. You don't want to just blame one game on or one
That's
moment.
all I'm saying. That's all I'm
You don't
saying.
want to do that, but I think the game before the Super Bowl that kind of counts, man.
Bro, listen.
At the
That kind of
same time,
counts,
who's to
man.
say that kicker was going guaranteed to make those field goals? Now
Shane,
kick it back up.
Shane, it was percent that Dan was gonna kick the field goal, whether
He
it
was
was
never.
10
Bro,
yards,
he was never
10
going.
yards, or 30 yards. It didn't matter, bro. He
Bro,
showed.
I see these fools. I see these fools twice a year. This is ever since Dan Campbell came. This is how he's coached.
Well, that's good, but you know what? Yeah, they don't get there without Campbell, but they for sure don't get there without that goddamn talent that they got on motherfucking offense, because they got some dogs on offense. And if you had
They
a
got
if
some
you had a
dogs.
game manager, if you had a game managing coach, you're in the Super Bowl right now. Sometimes the aggressiveness, you can't always use that as your backbone, man.
I
This
think
isn't week 16. This isn't week 12. This is the fucking championship before you go to the Super Bowl, and he hasn't been there. So I understand, and I could see why he did what he did, and he didn't go against his guns. He stayed with it. Well, that shows you, if you ever do get back there, don't do that no more, Dan.
he
You got to
might.
take the 6.
He's gonna do it again.
And guess what? You're not going to be in the bowl when you're playing against
We
a
don't
team
know.
like the
We don't know
fucking
that.
when you're playing a team like the goddamn Niners, who's literally the best squad in the league, based off payroll and talent on both sides of the ball. Bruh, don't give them opportunities when you can be putting points on the board, bruh.
It's like Shannon Sharp said. You know, you know that the momentum is going to swing, right? Because I mean,
They're
basically
too
that's
good.
football. That's football anyway. And then you're playing San Francisco, who's stacked. They're at home. You know they're going to make adjustments at the half and probably
Yeah.
make a game out of it, right? So how are you going to help him like Dan? He was help everything that the Lions did, from Campbell to dropping passes, that fumble by Gibbs.
I,
Uh,
I, you know, I think, man, the drop passes by freaking Josh
Yep.
Reynolds. I mean,
Yep.
that's I.
Huge.
I put
Huge.
more. I put more blame on that than like Dan Campbell. Like,
Oh
bro,
no, 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 no. Don't do that.
I.
Don't do
Why
that.
not?
Don't do that.
You
No,
gotta catch
don't do
those.
that.
You gotta
Because
catch those
because
passes. Don't you?
drop balls happen. Drop balls happen.
and
When
fumbles
they
too.
hit you in the
But
hands,
Drop balls happen, fumbles happen, but what don't happen is not going to get 6 points.
that's just
Add
bad
6 points to
situational
that total.
football.
Add 6 points to the total. What's the score?
37-34
Lions
Lions.
win by
I'll rest
3,
my case. I'll rest my case, bro. I don't care how aggressive of a coach you
bro.
are,
If he caught one of those,
but he
we're
but
not.
he
We're not talking about. We're not.
oh,
We're
we
not necessarily.
definitely are. People will critique and let Dan know you got away with murder, and
If
I'm
they
glad.
won, no way. If they would
Oh
have
yeah,
won that
yeah,
game, there's
yeah.
no way people are blaming him. No way.
Not blaming him, but somebody is gonna come out and say, "Brother, man, if that doesn't work, you're taking you. Anytime you call a play to take points off the board in a prime game like that, I don't know. I like the
And then
aggressiveness, but
and then I was
I
telling
like the
Vito,
aggressiveness too. I think I do think personally. I think it was one too many. It was one too many. I was with him for one of them, and the last one, I was like, ooh, I don't know, man.
right.
But that's how they play. That's how he's coached. That's how
Yep.
you gotta go with what you gotta go with what brought you there, right? Like,
and
Yes,
I
yes,
was
you do. But when you want to say there's levels to this, that's what I'm trying to say. There's levels to why you can't go for that and those
I mean,
situations, baby.
all I
That's
know
not
is
championship material. It's not championship coaching. I'm
all
sorry,
I
bro.
know is hindsight is definitely 2020. If they would have converted it, we aren't talking about it, you know?
Yes, we are. No, if he would have converted it, we all would have been like Curry's bad shots that he makes, and everyone says, "Oh, those are Curry just makes those." They're still bad shots, whether they went in or not, man. Like that's not high percentage. You're not thinking about the
I agree
team.
with that.
That's it's just selfish, man. And I think he thought about more, maybe not of his legacy. I know he was thinking about winning. I know he was, bro, and I know he had the right heart and his mind was in the right place. It just wasn't.
You know
Maybe
what's
the
wild?
best
Hey,
call. I'm not gonna say the right call. The best call.
Vito.
Huh.
You know what's wild?
But
Like I said, the Lions are in our division. I get to see these fools twice a year, every year. I watch a couple of games other than that, right? Just for scouting purposes. And like I said, he's been doing this the whole time, right?
yeah,
And I'm just like, when he first started doing it, I thought to myself, I was like, man, it's gonna come back to bite these fools in the ass, isn't it? and then sure, like they kept getting better. They kept getting better. They kept winning games, playing that way, and sure enough, it finally came back to bite him in the ass at the most inopportune time. It's the funniest thing to me, kind of. Not really.
Um,
It's pretty funny.
I was telling Vito last night that it was like, remember when we were in high school and we had the history teacher. We guys, everybody remembers Mr. Loftus. He was a
Yep.
Cubs fan. And remember when Steve Bartman happened?
Oh
You
yeah,
know, and that was like torture for Cubs fans. And I was thinking about it. Actually, the better comparison might be that same year when the Red Sox faced the Yankees in the ALCS, and Grady Little mismanaged Pedro Martinez, didn't take him out the game when he should have. The Yankees came back and won the game and won the series. That was Game 7, and they fired Grady Little. Now, obviously Dan Campbell's not going to be fired, but I feel like it was that level of like epic mismanagement that punished a tortured fan base who deserved better. So but yeah, that's that, man. We'll talk
They
about the
deserve. They deserve to win. I don't want to say they deserve better because again, Dan Campbell he did a hell of a job coaching, and he was like up for one of the coaching jobs of the year. But
I
one
mean,
shining moment, one
but bro,
shining moment, Jason.
also, if that damn listen, oh my gosh, that damn Brock Purdy must got a damn shamrock shoved up his ass. That should have been a damn interception. I don't know the
Oh
quarterback's
my,
name.
yeah, IU touchdown.
That should have been a damn interception. Bro, he played he played the pass perfectly until he didn't catch the interception. I couldn't fucking believe it. I could not believe it. I was like, these lucky mother.
Hey,
I couldn't believe that.
Jay,
It
when
was
they say there's levels of momentum in games, like
that was a good step.
all of that happens when the momentum isn't on your side or when it changes.
Yeah,
Things happen like that. You don't kick the
right.
field goal for the score. Here come the Niners. You don't kick the field goal.
Jeez,
Here comes some lucky interception where he's supposed to pick it off, but IU catches it.
bro.
Then what comes next? Another momentous play, a fumble to the score. Then what comes next? A third down drop, two big third down drops. I mean, that's all momentum, man. I think that's an underrated factor that's not talked about enough.
right.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
look. We got to move on. We'll talk
Okay.
about the Super Bowl next week. Right here at the end, 5 minutes or so, Shane Murray said that you can be friends with your ex. And Mitch said he wanted to talk about that. Mitch, are
I'm
you ready
friends
to
with
Why?
grill
all my
Shane Murray?
exes. I'm friends with all my exes. It's fucking crazy, bro. I'm gonna tell you why it's easy to be friends with your exes. If you were friends with, oh, excuse me, I was about to say the B word. If you were friends with those
Say it.
girls first, sometimes, dude, it depends on how you leave. But when you get married, it's no peace treaties with your partners. She ain't having it, and he
Thank
ain't
you.
having it. Whoever, your wife, your husband, not having it, man. And
Thank
I
you.
understand that. I understand that. So if your wife ain't cool with you being, or your husband not cool with you being friends with your ex, then that should be deceased. But can guys be friends without fucking their ex? Like you got to dwell into that. Be more specific. What do you mean by you can't be friends with your ex?
So I mean, there's
There's
every
levels to this, Jay.
there's definitely okay. Let's just fuck it. Let's go with the theme. It's levels to it, right? It's
Okay.
definitely levels, right? If you're in a new relationship, can you be friends with your ex? Ain't no damn way. There's no way. There's no way
Depends on what the
unless
relationship with the ex
unless
is.
unless unless you have a child with your ex, then you need to be friendly. You don't need to be friends though. You don't need to be friends. You got to be cordial with your ex.
I mean, if you
That's
that
cool. You don't
concerned
need to be
about it, you
friends.
really don't need to be in a relationship with them.
What'd you say?
There's a difference
I think
between.
if you that concerned about your ex being friends with, especially with a kid involved, you don't need to be in a relationship with them.
Totally, and that's why you don't have a relationship right now. It's
Why
not
not?
about
Why
that.
not friends?
It's about It's about respecting your current partner. That's what it's about.
It's
That's why
about
your ass
respect,
ain't in
but
a
also
relationship
about
right now.
having some. Uh,
What do you need to be friends with an ex for when you've got?
Because y'all cool. If it's cool like that, it's cool. As long as you respect each other's
That's why
boundaries and
your
respect
ass
each
ain't
other's
in a
There we go.
relationship.
I was just about to say that, Jay. The boundary word, bro. I could be friends with an ex. Don't mean I'm
But
talking
if you
to her.
insecure
Don't
and
mean I'm
like
talking
think,
to her. I'm not.
she,
You can be you
y'all
can
still
be
fucking
friends
like,
all day up and down with an ex when you're single.
nah, that's cap.
No, it's not.
Well,
Your
I'm
ass
not out
is in
here
a
trying to fuck
relationship,
my
and this is
exes. I'm not
why.
out here trying to like.
Because
When I have a
it
girlfriend, I'm not. I'm gonna make sure that my exes know, which they already know boundaries, and I'm gonna respect their boundaries. It's just
Right.
it's the same thing, but it as
called being
guys, how we
secure.
talk about it, that don't mean your woman is gonna have the same sentiments, man. You
Exactly.
know.
It's called being
So
secure and then giving your girl, your man
That's why
reassurance.
your ass ain't in a relationship right now.
I could be in a relationship if I
But
wanted to. That's not the
however,
point.
I will say every relationship is definitely different though. If your
okay.
girl's cool with it, I mean, roll with it, right? But also, like, if you're if you're super content, like with your relationship, there's really no need to be friends with your ex, honestly.
If y'all friends,
For
If you
like,
like
were
what do you
friends
mean?
first, if you were friends first, then you know
Maybe, right?
maybe.
But like,
that's cap.
no, it's not. That's why your ass ain't in a relationship, man. That's you
No,
gotta
I'm
listen
gonna
to these
listen.
things.
I'm
Is
not
it
in a relationship because I'm
wrong?
not
Listen.
Is it
settling.
wrong? No, it's not wrong. But
No,
if your partner is not cool with it, then you should respect your partner. Period, man.
right. And Shane Murray
That's
be the
another
type. Listen,
conversation.
Shane Murray would be the type. Like let's say he has an ex, and
He
let's
gonna
say
get
he
accidentally dumped.
he gonna get accidentally dumped. Shane Murray gonna be the type to try to stand on his own business. He will die on that hill. He will be like, "Nah, man, that's my friend.
Look at
That's
Shane's
my friend.
face.
We were friends before you. Wouldn't you? You would do that, wouldn't you? You are
Most likely,
damn
yes.
fool.
Depending
What is
on
wrong
the
with you?
relationship, yeah.
What is wrong
Shane, do
with you,
you
boy?
keep your dog food in the refrigerator
No, I don't. What
so
the,
it can be
what the
fresh?
question?
So it can be fresh for your baby. Because when they say stand on, it's a lot of things Shane stands on, and being friends with his exes, and this
That's
is
a
the dog
weird.
sanctuary. This is not your sanctuary. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shane don't play, bruh.
Bro.
So I could see him standing on that. You would,
It's gonna have to be a special type of woman
I
to
say,
put up with his
if
all his
I
nonsense.
reassure you nothing's going on and we cool and everybody respecting each other's boundaries, ain't no point if you feeling like she can't be around.
Well, think
This
Shane.
about it though.
fool,
Oh,
Shane
wait a minute.
it's
I
Murray.
got
gonna
it,
have to
Jason.
be a special
Jason.
type of woman to put up
Jason.
with his nonsense.
No, I got it. I got
It's
it.
not
I got it,
nonsense. It's
Jay.
real.
I got it.
Yes, it
I
is
got it. I got
nonsense.
it,
I
Jay.
gotta put up
I
with
got
your
it.
nonsense. You
No,
gotta
no,
put
no,
up with
no.
me.
I found a special
Hey,
type of
Shane.
woman to put up with my nonsense.
No, Shane Shane let me hit Eureka just now, bro.
Uh-oh.
I got it. Shane. Okay. What women don't understand, honestly, men are not all the same, just like they want us to feel that all women aren't the same. And when I mean that, I really truly mean that. You and I, Shane, we're nothing alike, bro. My word, I stand on my word, but Shane, you might stand on your word a little bit more stronger, bro. And I don't want to down myself, but I know you as a person, bro.
He's
And
stubborn.
I
You're
know
right.
that
Wrap it up, Vito, because it's almost over.
If I say, look, females know that have gone through the bullshit with me that if I say something that girl ain't, and she don't believe me, I ain't mad at her. But if somebody wants to say Shane is not being genuine about who he deals with and his dealings with his exes, and he tries to let a girl know, Shane ain't a liar, Jason. You know, Shane, he's just
No,
really a
he's a
man of his
liar.
word.
He
No, I
lies
ain't.
all
All
the
right,
time.
listen.
No, I
Mitch.
don't.
He lies all the
No, I
time.
don't.
Come on,
Mitch.
Jay.
You
Yes,
put
he
words
is.
into my mouth
If
and
He's
it
Shane,
turns into a
lying
lie. I
all
don't
the
lie.
doggone time.
if Shane tells his woman
Uh-huh.
that she ain't got to worry about it, Shane, I applaud you because I know you telling the truth. But then you got to understand, woman, they not Man, sometimes they just not
Mitch,
going for it, bruh. And if you're
Mitch,
not willing
That's
to
another
sacrifice,
conversation. If I feel like
Mitch,
she's that one that I feel
Mitch.
Herbert,
like I can we
listen,
can
guys.
cut
Thank you.
ties, we can
Herbert,
cut ties.
bro,
If not,
Herbert's on the
she can
line.
bounce.
Ah, damn it. Sorry. Well, listen. Oh man, I had Herbert on the line. Sorry, Herbert. We wanted you to come on here so you could also tell Shane Murray that he is full of nonsense and you can't be friends with an ex. Herbert was going to tell you. Herbert was going to put your ass in your place, but
That's cap.
unfortunately, due to Shane Murray's usual nonsense, we ran out of time.
That's
Sorry,
cap.
Herbert.
You don't want to talk the nonsense. But go ahead.
hey, tell everybody, Antho,
I'm about
please
to tell him.
leave a comment, like, subscribe, dislike, man.
Right.
All of
And
this
don't listen to
action,
Jason when it comes to dating.
All right,
we
listen.
It's
Yeah,
appreciate
terrible.
it all.
He
because
gets
So
terrible
before
advice.
we
don't
get out
listen.
of
Follow the
here,
Don't listen.
channel,
Don't
give a
listen to
thumbs
the
up,
dude that's getting married.
if you're watching this on
Come on.
YouTube,
give a
hit that
thumbs up,
subscribe
like,
button. Netflix
Don't
Complete
don't
Records
don't
dislike,
podcast.
listen.
leave a
Don't
And
comment,
listen to
for
the
every
dude
other
that's
member,
telling
follow.
you to respect your
remember to
woman,
rate,
right?
review, and
Come on,
subscribe
man.
to the
uh,
show on
Don't
Apple
play with me.
Podcasts.
bruh,
Don't
The
play with
show
me.
is also on
hate
Anchor,
us, love us,
Spotify,
just
Google
act with
Podcasts,
us, man.
Stitcher, iHeartRadio,
Interact with
and
us,
every
man.
other
That's
major
all we ask for,
podcast.
bro. We appreciate
Make sure
you
to
all.
follow
We
the show
really
on
do.
Twitter and Instagram and search Twitter. Make sure to follow the show on
We got,
Twitter and Instagram
we
at
got a
TC
Twitter.
Pod Network and then like it on Facebook. Just search for the Complete Lakers
Yeah,
Better
you know
podcast.
read
we got
that fine
Facebook.
print,
You know we
Anthony.
had
Act
I
like
knew
you
we had
ain't.
an IG
Act like
though.
you know how to read
And
that fine
finally,
print.
send feedback and mailback questions to
Right.
CompleteLakersPodcast
See, boy,
at
I tell you,
gmail.com.
Shane
We
Murray got to be the most
are
stubborn person on this
out.
damn planet.